In this session, we're going to talk about Trailhead. So, what is Trailhead? Well, Trailhead is Salesforce's free online learning platform. It's an incredible resource for you throughout your Salesforce career. I'm 10 times certified and I still use Trailhead almost every single day. So, what makes it so good? Well, there are a couple of reasons. First, it's free. And I mean completely free. You'll never have to pay for access to Trailhead, so that's what makes it a winner to begin with. Trailhead has a massive range of material, from videos to walkthroughs, step-by-step instructions, and even practical challenges for you to complete. There's a huge amount of information and it can be easy to get lost in it all. So I'm going to guide you through what you need to know and what you need to do next. So first, I want you to head to www.trailhead.salesforce.com and I want you to bookmark this page, just so you can find it easily when you need to. Then, in the top right hand, you can see the sign up button and I want you to click that button. Now, this is where you can sign up for your free Trailhead account, and you can either use your Gmail address, you can use your Salesforce org if you have one, or a social login such as LinkedIn or Apple. Now, I'm going to use my email address and we're just going to hit next. What's going to happen then is we're then going to need to select where we live, so what our country or region is. Now, mine's United Kingdom, but you need to select whichever is the best one for you. And then what will happen is we'll then be sent a single use code for verification. So I'm going to head to my emails and I'm just going to copy and paste that in there as well. So I'll just be 2 seconds and we just hit submit code. And then once we're done with that, we're done. And on this screen, we have our welcome page. Now, as you complete modules, trails, trail mixes, etc., this page will change to present you with the most relevant information. But for now, let's take a look around. So at the top, we have our navigation bar. You can see we have today, which is our homepage, which we can see here. We have learn, credentials, community, help, and more. Now, you could probably guess what the majority of these are, but I want to draw your attention to the learn tab. And if we hover over that, you'll see that we have a few options. We have trails, trail mixes, Trailhead Academy, modules, projects, quests, and a few others. We're going to focus on modules, trails, and trail mixes. So what is a module? Well, a module is just a single Trailhead unit. They are bite-sized and they're usually quite quick to do. They introduce you to a topic and they provide a little information such as what a feature is, when it's helpful, and how to use it. Now, a trail, on the other hand, is a little more comprehensive. They are guided learning paths made up of modules and projects that help you explore topics, gain relevant skills, and get hands-on with Salesforce products. And then we have trail mixes. And trail mixes are just a collection of trails, so a mix of trails, hence the name Trail Mix. They are a custom learning path created from trails, modules, projects, and super badges. Now, if you're wondering what a super badge is, don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds. It's just a realistic business scenario that allows you to really test your skills and knowledge. For now, let's focus on trail mixes, and we're going to break one down a little more. So we're going to take a look at the prepare for your Salesforce Associate credential one. So if we search Trailhead here and we just type in here, prepare for your Salesforce Associate, you'll see that we can select it there. Now, unfortunately with Trailhead, sometimes the search function doesn't work quite as well as we want it to. So if you can't find it here, so you can see we've got ours here, prepare for your Salesforce Certified Associate credential. If you can't find it using the search function, then don't worry about it. I'm going to provide a link that you can follow to get there, but there is another way to find it. So if we head to credentials and we head to certifications, we're then going to be given information about all the different careers and certifications that we can get within the Salesforce ecosystem. You can see that we have our different roles down here, so you can have a look at them at your own time. But I'm going to click on the Salesforce Associate here. Now, this certification is the entry-level credential, and it's well worth doing. We're going to talk more about that on day 5 when we look at your next steps for launching your Salesforce career. But on this page, we can scroll down and we can see the Prepare for Your Salesforce Associate credential. If we click on that, we can then see the trail mix. And as we scroll through it, you can see that there's loads of modules and links for us to complete. Each one has a time estimate, but I would say take this with a pinch of salt. I've completed modules that said an hour in just 15 minutes, and it's taken me an hour to complete ones that said they were just 15 minutes themselves. So one of the best things about Trailhead is that it has almost everything you need when studying for certifications. This one is aimed at the associate certification, but they are available for every other certification. Now, while I found these trail mixes are good, they often don't go into the level of detail that you need to pass your certification exam. That's why when you're preparing for a certification exam, I would definitely recommend supplementing your studies with some additional content, which we'll cover again at the end of day 5, and we can discuss the next steps that you should take. But for now, don't worry about it. But now I want to talk to you about playgrounds. So I'm just going to scroll back up here, and I want you to hover over your profile. Again, just remember you can customize your profile as well, so you can put your picture in and stuff like that. But let's talk about playgrounds. Now, I did mention earlier on that Trailhead has a range of learning contests, which does include practical challenge. Well, these challenges are performed in playgrounds, and that's where you can get your hands on a working Salesforce environment. Playgrounds are just basically sandboxes that you play around in, and you don't have to worry about breaking anything. And they're completely free, and you can have as many as you want, although I think there's a limit of 10 active at any one time. But playgrounds are your best place to practice and learn new Salesforce skills. So, where do we find them? Well, we've already hovered over our profile picture here, and if we just go to our hands-on org, you'll see that this is going to be where we find our playgrounds. So we've already had one which has been created here, but we can create another one just by selecting Create Playground. We can then give it a name, but it automatically populates the name, so I'm just going to leave it as it is, and we just hit Create. Now that's going to spin up in the background, and it'll take a couple of minutes. But a couple of important things about playgrounds is that they already come with a set of data, so it provides a lifelike experience when you're practicing and testing your skills. As we said, to spin one up, you just need to hit the Create Playground, or if you was to connect an org, you can also connect an org using that. Now we've covered quite a lot of ground here, so before we wrap up, let's finish with a quick summary. Trailhead is Salesforce's free online training platform. There's a huge range of content available from videos to walkthroughs and hand-on challenges. Trails and trail mixes are made up of modules that help you learn specific concepts and skills, and then we have trail mixes which guide us through what we need to know for each certification. However, you should supplement these with additional resources. Playgrounds are Salesforce's environments that you can use for hands-on challenges and for practicing your Salesforce skills, and playgrounds are completely free and you can have up to 10 active ones. So now it's time for your homework assignment. If you haven't already, I want you to sign up for a Trailhead account and bookmark the page. Then I want you to complete the trails that I've detailed for this session. These trails can be completed a lot quicker than the time that they say, so don't worry about that. They give you a deeper understanding of Trailhead and Trailhead Playgrounds, and you're going to be using these a lot throughout your Salesforce career, so it's best to get familiar with them now. I hope you've enjoyed day 1, and I look forward to seeing you for day 2 tomorrow.